breaking Star Wars news. With only 5 days to go until Obi-Wan Kenobi comes to Disney+, we've got brand new plot details for Episode 1 of the next entry into the Star Wars universe. Now be warned, this video will contain spoilers for the plot of Obi-Wan Kenobi. As such, you have been warned. Greetings my young Padawans, my name is Jack and welcome to Star Wars Now. An alleged spoiler-filled plot detailed description of Episode 1 for Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi has made its way onto the internet. This comes via a report via MakingStarWars.net, which has also leaked additional information about the Kenobi series so far, such as cameos, which we covered last week, and other details. Before we do jump into the video, use the force and hit that subscribe and like buttons to never miss a video from myself and the team here at Star Wars Now. As always, if you're talking about Star Wars, then we want to hear about it. Now again, spoiler warning, do not watch this video any further unless you want to be spoiled for the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series. May the force be with you. So as we already know, the storyline of the upcoming series takes place around 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. Obi-Wan Kenobi is living on Tatooine and riding his Uapi, that's like the camel-like creature we see in the trailers. He's approaching Anchorhead. From there he takes a taxi into the Dune Sea to work a harsh day job, which involves some form of sand whaling. I have no idea what that is. Kenobi's willingness not to attract attention to himself sees him turn a blind eye to his employers. The employers mention some sort of tyrant who bullies and takes advantage of those working for him. Kenobi eventually just returns home and encounters a Jawa named Tika, who apparently steals from him on occasion. I mean, it's a Jawa. The Jawa encourages Kenobi to buy a T-16 Skyhopper toy, which Kenobi then would later give to Luke Skywalker as we see in the main trailer for the series. While attempting to sleep in his homestead, Kenobi tries unsuccessfully to reach out to Qui-Gon Jinn. It's the next morning which finds Kenobi watching over Lars' homestead, aka the home of Luke Skywalker. Once everyone is gone, Kenobi delivers the toy to the Skywalker homestead in hopes that Luke Skywalker will find it and enjoy it. However, Owen Lars finds it and proceeds to hide the toy away from Luke, knowing Kenobi is the one who is lurking around. It's at this point in the timeline the series jumps to the planet Alderaan. We catch up with Bail Organa, Leia Organa, and Brea Organa, all who are talking about family life and Leia being adopted. However, both Bail and Brea are concerned for the safety of their daughter, who has been given a droid named Lola to protect her. Flashing back to Tatooine, we finally catch up with a young Jedi named Nari, who is played by the ever so elusive Benny Sadif. He's scrambling through the streets trying to find someone or locate something. It's at this point that the Inquisitors arrive, with the Grand Inquisitor, the fifth brother, and Reva, aka the third sister. They're seeking out Nari, but Reva thinks she can detect Obi-Wan Kenobi, though the Grand Inquisitor shuts it down as that's likely not possible. The two of Imperials eventually run into Owen Lars, who attempts to push him off a planet by suggesting there's no one there who actually likes the Jedi. Reva apparently cuts off someone's hands, clearly impressing the Grand Inquisitor. However, the trio make their way to a bar, intimidating a barman in an attempt to draw Nari out. This is successful, as Nari is drawn out to defend the barman. He is therefore wounded by one of the Inquisitors. The trio are now patient, as they discuss their plan of Alderaan and how it's been a success. Turns out, as we originally expected, the Inquisitors are behind kidnapping Leia Organa from Alderaan for some random reason. Not quite clear just yet. Weirdly, the trio discuss Anakin Skywalker at some point, specifically how he broke free of his Jedi teachings, which we know isn't the full story. Additionally, the trio appear to idolize him in some sense. This is rather odd, given we know the fear Darth Vader imposes on others, though perhaps the Inquisitors do not know Skywalker is in fact Darth Vader. That remains to be seen. It's at this point that Kenobi enters Anchorhead and meets with Owen Lars. From what we can gather, the pair have these meetings occasionally. Kenobi is adamant that he wants to train Luke Skywalker in the ways of a Jedi like Anakin was. However, Owen forbids it, stating that Kenobi has brought the Empire to Tatooine and is making things worse. We actually see an element of this in the trailer for Kenobi, where Owen reminds Kenobi of how he actually trained Skywalker, and that didn't actually quite go to plan. Arriving home, Kenobi finds Bail Organa waiting for him. Bail explains that Leia has been kidnapped and Kenobi must help him in rescuing the child. Of course, Kenobi knows the importance of Leia Organa, and therefore must go after her. He also realizes this will likely lead the Empire away from Tatooine, ensuring Luke Skywalker's safety. It's at this point Kenobi eventually digs up his lightsaber, which was buried in the sand. He proceeds back into Anchorhead, where he finds a body strung up in the streets. This is the body of Nari, who has been killed by the Inquisitors, left as a sign to anyone who would challenge the Empire. Obi-Wan board a transport to the planet Dayu, with the Inquisitors still sensing the presence of a Jedi, despite them killing the one they were seeking. They notice the scent vanishing once the transport has left the planet, thus alerting them there is nothing on Tatooine to find and they need to go off planet to seek out the actual Jedi. The plan the Inquisitors have is to eventually expose the Organa family to their treason against the Empire and have them executed. To do this, they will force a Jedi to rescue Leia, thus showing the family's affiliation with the Forgotten Occult. So, this is the alleged breakdown of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Episode 1. Currently we do not know if this is super accurate, however if this is the case, then it might be. Making Star Wars has been accurate on occasion, but again we will have to wait and see until the actual episode comes out. Speaking of which, Obi-Wan Kenobi airs on Disney Plus this Friday the 27th of May. Both Episode 1 and 2 will be online to watch on the same day, so you know we can have massive amounts of fun over the weekend. Also, Star Wars Celebration's airing the same weekend as well, so it's going to be a busy time for Star Wars fans. Okay, Exalted Ones, that's for myself, Jack, here on Star Wars Now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with the latest Star Wars news, lore, and more. You can also follow us on social media as well, but make sure to let us know what you think in the video comment section below, because if you're talking about Star Wars, then we want to hear about it. That's it for myself today on Star Wars Now, and we will see you next time. May the Force be with you.